That was surprising and wild. Thank you, Harold, and thank you to the New York Game Critics for the Andrew Yoon Legend Award. Take your time, I'm not going to play you off. This award means a lot, and I'm incredibly humbled to be a recipient this year. And I don't mean humbled in a humble brag sort of way. I mean, I don't quite know what to say or even feel, which is why this is a rambling kind of speech that I put together here. To be recognized in a lineage of such incredible past recipients, people whose work I admired since I was a kid, is a distinction I can't quite wrap my head around. Also, sorry for aging you, Tim Schafer, but I played Monkey Island 2 many, many, many years ago. But also your work has changed my life, so thanks for that. I guess since I thanked Tim, maybe the path here is to thank a bunch of other devs that have been a massive inspiration, specifically story-based games. Jordan Mechner. Seeing the hero of Prince of Persia fluidly traverse the dungeon was a revelation. Ron Gilbert, the creator of Monkey Island. Those characters, that world, the humor rivaled anything I saw in TV or movies. Valve, for elevating storytelling outside of cutscenes and showing us how we could do it in Half-Life. Ken and Roberta Williams for founding Sierra Online. I learned English just so I could play King's Quest, Space Quest, and even Leisure Suit Larry. Okay, there's just too many to go down this road, so I just want to thank every developer who pours their heart into their work. You've inspired countless of people to want to make games, including this guy. Okay, so maybe I should thank the people who helped me break into the industry. Jesse Schell, as you saw in that video, who was my game design professor at CMU, who as part of his final lecture gave an impassioned speech about trying to make a positive change through one's art. I think about that speech often. To David Banks, who saw potential in me back when I was a computer science student at FSU. He encouraged me to just start making games. Don't wait until you break into the industry. He also sent me to GDC for the first time where I met Jason Rubin. To Jason Rubin for taking a shot on an unknown student, giving me my big break at Naughty Dog. Okay, that list will be too long, so I'll stop there. I'll just say there were too many people who've guided me and given me opportunities I'll forever be grateful for. Okay, maybe I should thank my family. That's a thing people do, right? I want to thank my brother who helped me sneak into E3 and introduced me to video games from as far back as I've made memories. He's a game developer himself, and in many ways he paved the way for me and been supportive of me every step of the way. To my parents who are here with me tonight, I can't thank you enough for the sacrifices you've made. You've moved to another country to give me and my brother an opportunity to pursue our passions. I can't ask for better fans than these two. And surprisingly, they've sent me very few death threats. To my kids who are watching this back at home, who taught me a new level of understanding for responsibility and love, I wouldn't be able to make games about unconditional love without your guidance. But the biggest thanks and gratitude I owe to everyone at Naughty Dog. With some solo-developed exceptions, we work in a highly collaborative medium. Each day, I get to come into an office that is brimming with talent, and I get to collaborate with some of the best developers in the world. And together, we've wrestled with ideas, went through the lows and highs of production, as we've tried, and sometimes succeeded, in putting elaborate pieces of engineering and art together. I had the privilege to contribute to and even lead a few projects at the studio that I was, and still am, a massive fan of. And despite all the various accolades, it's never lost on me that I was one of many at Naughty Dog. One of many who was inspired at some point to want to join this crazy industry. One of many who poured their heart into their work, hoping to create something that will find and connect with an audience, but never quite being sure that it will work. One of many who at times was down or felt insecure and was propped up by their teammates. Massive thanks to everyone at Naughty Dog, past and present. And speaking of Naughty Dog, I have to give a shout out to my former boss and current partner, Evan Wells. In fact, it was around this time, 20 years ago, that Evan interviewed me for a programming internship at Naughty Dog. Since then, I've had the privilege not only working at the best studio for my entire career, but also working under the best boss and mentor. And like many other people I work with at Naughty Dog, a colleague who I'm incredibly proud to call my friend. And now, as the head of Naughty Dog, I must live up to the impossible bar he's established. So thanks for that, Evan. Okay, a couple final thoughts as I finish my rambling. I love this industry. At times, it can be hard, overwhelming even. But when we come together, we can create something quite magical. I see all the games being honored this year, and I feel pride that I work in the same industry as you all. Playing your games, I feel the same joy, escapism, inspiration I felt as a kid, and I hope that never goes away. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, suck at Succession, you can't win this one. Thank you very, very much.